Hi, it's Cass from Reconstructing History. This week, it's for the boys. We're going to do how to fake the 1920s for men. You didn't think we were going to let you guys out, did you? Whether you're going to a Gatsby ball this year, or you just want to jazz up your daily wardrobe with some 1920s elements, we can show you how to do that without spending all your time trawling through vintage shops and finding stuff that's just too small for you, or breaking the bank. Stay tuned.
The silhouette of men's clothing in the 1920s is a bit different than the silhouette of men's clothing today. First of all, men wore suits. Day-dressed suits, suits for business, casual suits, suits for fancy evening dress. Even manual laborers wore suits. I have photographs of my grandfathers wearing suits going to work in the coal mines. In the 1920s, men were really crazy about suits. Trousers were also very different from modern trousers. They were very narrow to the leg and would look a little bit short to modern eyes. The cuffs of the trousers never touched the shoes. They're like what we would call high waters today. Trousers also sat at the natural waist, or higher, much higher than men wear their trousers today. Jackets were fitted to the body and were rarely boxy. Often, they even had a waist seam to allow them to be more fitted. Waists were very high, up near the floating ribs. A common closure in the 1920s was a kind of cufflink button that didn't require the jacket fronts to overlap. Each side of the button went through a buttonhole on either side of the coat and kept it together. Cap, hat, or boater, men always wore hats. A man did not go outside without a hat, summer or winter, and yet indoors he always removed his hat. Vests, or waistcoats, are an indispensable part of 1920s clothing. Single-breasted jackets were always worn with a vest. Ties were short and tucked inside. Shirt collars could be stiff or soft, attached or removable, but collars were always worn closed and with a tie. Casual dress was rather different in the 1920s. Men wore suits when hunting, fishing, riding, playing golf or tennis, and other outdoor activities. It was just a different kind of suit, different from their business or city suits. Jackets with pleats that expanded to accommodate movement and large pockets to carry necessities were the most common. The most famous of these kinds of jackets is called the Norfolk jacket, named after the English country estate where King Edward VII had his country home. King Edward II was a famous sportsman and spent far more time in his Norfolk jacket than in his princely robes. Knickerbockers or plus-fours were common sports trousers. Plus-fours were knee breeches that were 4 inches longer than the knee, which created a ballooning effect at the joint. Plus-twos and plus-sixes were also worn. Even casual dress included a tie and a garment over the shirt, if not a vest or a jacket, then a sweater. So that's our overview of dress for men in the 1920s. If you like this video, please click on the link and subscribe to our Patreon. Also, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Next week, we're going to hit the stores and do some shopping for 1920s look clothing.